Very good evening. So, in today's topic is carbohydrates. What are the most abundant biomolecules on Earth? So, the oxidation of carbohydrates is the central energy yielding pathway in most of non photosynthetic cells. So, carbohydrates are these are the hydroxyl group containing aldehydes or ketones. Okay, or the carbohydrates are polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketones, or the substance that yields such compound on hydrolysis. So the carbohydrates have the empirical formula, that is CH2ON. N is a number 1 2 3. Okay, so in the carbohydrates there are three major classes, that is the monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, polysaccharides. So what is monosaccharide? Monosaccharides is a simple sugar that consists a single polyhydroxy, it might be a aldehyde or ketone unit. The most abundant monosaccharide in nature is the 6 carbon sugar D-glucose. Sometimes it is referred to the dextrose. Now the monosaccharide, then oligosaccharides. The oligosaccharides is a consist of a short chain of monosaccharide units, or the residue joined by the characteristic linkage called glycosidic bond. The most abundant are disaccharides with the two monosaccharide units. Example, that is the sucrose, that is cane sugar. As the table sugar we made from the cane sugar is a sucrose, it contains the sucrose. So the polysaccharides, the poly means many units, the monosaccharides unit contain n number. So the polysaccharides are sugar polymer containing more than 20 or so on monosaccharide units, same, and some have hundreds or thousands of the units. So polysaccharides are two types based on their function and composition. And the function of the polysaccharides of the two types, that is the storage and structure. Again, the first one is storage polysaccharides is starch, the structural polysaccharide is cellulose. So in the diagram, or what we can say, hence we can segregate the carbohydrates listed in monosaccharide, disaccharides, oligosaccharide, polysaccharides. So in monosaccharides we come to know glucose, fructose, galactose. The disaccharide sugars are sucrose, lactose, maltose. Oligosaccharides are raffinose and stachyose. The poly, that is the starch, glycogen, that is cellulose. Now the general properties of the carbohydrates. The carbohydrates act as energy reserves, also stores the fuels and metabolic intermediates. Hence it acts as a storage type energy. It provides the energy. Deoxyribose sugar forms the structural frame of the genetic material RNA and DNA. The polysaccharides like cellulose are the structural element in the cell walls of bacteria and plants. The carbohydrates are linked to protein and lipid that play important roles in the cell interactions, hence the day-to-day life. These are carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are organic compound. They are aldehyde or ketones with many hydroxyl groups. Hence the physical properties, that is it has the stereoisomerism, optical activity, then diastereomers, then anonomers. What is the stereoisomers? The compound having same structural formula but differ in the spatial configuration. Writing the structure, if we are going to write in a different type. For example, glucose has two isomers with respect to the carbon atom, the D-glucose and the L-glucose. The optical activity, Again, the optical activity, it is the rotation of the plane polarized light, forming positive glucose, negative glucose. The diastereomers, it is a configuration changes with regard of carbon positions. Okay, mannose, lactose, etc. So an anomerism, it is a special configuration with respect to the first cation atoms in aldose and second carbon atoms in ketose. The anomerism, it is the special configuration with respect to the first carbon atom in aldose and second carbon atom in ketones. The biological importance, hence there are number of biological importance are there. Also they are helping in immune system and all. The chief energy source, it is many in animals. They are a source of energy. Glucose is broken down by the glycolysis, that is the carbocycle, to yield ATP, that is ATP is adenosine triphosphate. The glucose is the source of storage of energy. Yes, stored. The carbohydrate act as energy sources, get associated with the lipids. The animals, they are important constituent. Hence, the what we can say, the monosaccharides. The word mono means derived the Greek word, that is mono means single, that is saccharides. Monosaccharides are polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketones which cannot be further hydrolyzed to a simple sugar. Itself, it is a simple sugar, so it is in sweet taste. They are soluble in water, they are crystalline in nature, they contain 3 to 10 carbon atom, 2 or more hydroxyl groups, and 1 aldehyde CHO or ketone, that is C double bond O group. Thank you.